Hey y'all, it's Kaz.
And Carter.
So today I've been on T for it'll be 6 weeks tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So hi, and so I don't know what today's date is. What's today's date?
The 27th?
Or the 28th?
The 28th.
Yeah. So it's April 28th, 2015. So y'all probably know a lot is going on in Baltimore right now. So we'd be remiss not to mention what is happening when we're talking about, us, because it definitely affects us too. And we just wanted to take a minute to say that we definitely stand with the people participating in the uprising in Baltimore. And it's disappointing to see so many black leaders who we have elected to put into office, including the president of the United States, calling the young people who are really just fighting to be free, calling them thugs and criminals. But nobody is really talking about the police officers who killed Freddie Gray. Um, and while we are busy talking about how police murder black men, that's a huge thing. But black men are not the only people who are getting murdered. There's definitely black women who have been murdered, and the police get off, for killing them.
Rakia Boyd.
Rakia Boyd, Ayanna, and then in addition to that, they're definitely in Baltimore, particularly, was a trans woman, Maya Hall,
Right.
who was murdered in March, and by Baltimore Police Department as well. And so not only when trans people get murdered do the police get off like they do with everyone else, but in addition to that, there's so much transphobia that follows once those people are murdered. We get called out of our names, and get slut shamed and all kind of other things. And that's what happened with Maya. And so remember her name while we talk about Baltimore as well.
And I'd also like to say, about Baltimore and other things. I know that there are a lot of people that are deeply been watching and invested what's going on in the Supreme Court now, particularly as pertains to gay marriage. And just to say that as you watch those things, remember that what you see in Baltimore is a failure of the discussions that happened in those courts 50 years ago. As much as it gave us with civil rights, it didn't give us enough because there's still too much that we have to fight for survival.
Right.
And so with that, we are going to give you our update.
Yeah. So we figured we'd tell y'all what is going on, what changes we've noticed in the last month or so. And so we said we talk about physical changes and emotional ones. So physically, and help me out, babe. So they're definitely the biggest thing for me. Is the acne. It's horrible. The bumps hurt. And a new bump comes. It seems like every other day. Carter says it's not that bad, but it feels horrible to me. You can see there's a spot right below my nose, above my lips that won't go away. That is the acne. And
I don't think they can see that.
I can see it, so I know they can see it.
Okay.
But so there's that. But I am on a very strict regimen, using toner every day, and so the toner helps. Toner and moisturizer. So yeah, the acne, and then my body odor has changed. I had to change deodorants to a stronger deodorant. I'm using Mitchum. I guess everybody's pH balance is different, so Mitchum might not work for everybody, but it's working for me. It's keeping me from being like man funky, because it's like that man funk. And
Hair follicles?
Yeah, the hair follicles like on my back and shoulders and legs and even around like the sides of my face are starting to open up. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna be pretty hairy soon. My hair on my head and eyebrows is growing really fast. I used to be able to last 2 weeks between haircuts, and definitely is not happening anymore. Um, Definitely. And a lot of trans men don't talk about this on YouTube. And I said I would talk about it, but I am a Southerner. And so I want to say that even though this is just going to be one sentence, I am a little uncomfortable talking about it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Because I feel like you all should know what to expect. But, yeah, there is definitely substantial growth downtown. And that's all I'm saying. Look it up if you need more information. And I have also, moving along, I also have started to notice muscle in a lot of different places, especially like in my legs. I'm definitely a lot stronger in my arms. And I have a really high libido.
Yes. For myself, I would say the changes that I've noticed in you are definitely what you've mentioned, but also your voice is starting to change. And I know that you don't feel that way, but as the person that's like, under the covers next to you at night, and I hear a voice talking to me in the darkness, I hear it. And I love it. But just saying, like, I'm excited about that. And I think the changes around, I think you had mentioned last time that you had felt a little disconnected in your thoughts. I think that that's a little bit resolved itself. More, or either you've come up with a way to cope with that. What's the answer?
That basically I'm a genius, but you laughed kind of hard,
Yes.
baby. Yeah, no. I think it's getting easier. I find no, yeah, it's getting easier.
It is getting easier.
Mm-hmm.
And we are still excited.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't be who I am today if I did not give a shout out and a rest in power to my girl, Tyrette Davis, who taught me the perfect accessory is everything. And please rest in power. I miss you so much. Well, I think that's it.
Oh no, we're supposed to talk about emotional changes.
Oh, emotional changes, yes.
Mm-hmm. I get really irritable fast, for no reason sometimes, and so I'm definitely working on letting Carter know when I feel that way, and she's really good about kind of giving me space to deal with that. And we talked about the scrambling other thoughts, which is not happening as much anymore. Yeah. You think anything?
Emotional?
Mm-hmm. I don't cry anymore. If I do cry, it's just like a thug tear is what Carter calls it.
I actually call it like that Denzel Washington tear from Glory. That,
Oh, I called myself a thug.
yes, I know. I'm thug. Hello.
Yeah. So I think that actually is it. We appreciate everybody watching the video. Sorry it took us a little bit longer to get this one up, but we'll do better next month.
Yes. And thank you for taking part in our journey.